Well, if we've done anything to widen people's cultural or intellectual horizons, that I guess that's great. But we don't have the answers. I just think being aware is important. Basketball is our job, but we have lives. We have children and grandchildren and friendships and ups and downs in all of our lives. And I think that it's important for our players to understand that the world they live in is complicated, especially today, for all the reasons that we know. So whatever we can do to make players aware of their emotions, their feelings, and consequences thereof, I think it's part of our responsibility. And yes, there will be pick and roll and transition defense. We're going to have fill sessions. I'm going to try not to curse, but I probably will. No, I'm sorry. No. If somebody should cut me off, please, somebody give me the hook.
Pau Gasol coming off, playing for the Spanish national team. Is there a different approach to his preseason, or is he just, the same thing as all the other guys?
Yeah, he'll go a little bit more slow. Everybody's different. Manu will step out of certain things because he's older. Pau has been busy, that kind of thing. So we'll have to alter programs depending on what people's situation might be. Yeah.
Well, Marcus was up here earlier and admitted some frustration in the past about how to best help the team and how to fit. Are those conversations you have with him, continue to have with him?
Yeah, those are all legitimate. This is a guy that, played for 9 years, I believe, before he came here. And it takes time to get used to a program that is not just new, but when you've got 9 years under your belt doing something different. So his concerns are totally legitimate. And, we've talked about, what we can do to make him more comfortable and to make our team better. But having said that, I think we're mostly talking about offense. Defense, he was fantastic for us. I thought it was one of his better defensive years in his career, whether it's blocking shots or changing shots, individual defense, team defense. I thought he took that on wonderfully, and that's what we primarily asked him to do. So now we've got to help him a little bit more so that he's comfortable in his own space offensively, and I haven't done a very good job of that.
From what you've seen, how impressed or have you been impressed with the progress of some of the younger players like DeJounte?
Yeah, I hate to praise all the young players too much this early in the season. I like to let them show some things and earn some minutes. But we've had an open gym, and they've all been here working very hard. Some of them had, great summers. It's hard to deny that Bryn Forbes had a great summer. I feel good because I didn't call him Bryn Mawr. I've called him Bryn Mawr I don't know how many times, but he had a wonderful summer.
Coach, I want to ask you how excited
we're thrilled that Rudy decided to join us. He's a really talented young man. I think there's some things he wants to prove, and he's highly intelligent. He understands the game, so it's a wonderful addition for us.
With him coming off the injury, is he a guy you're going to take it slow with early?
Yeah, of course, an Achilles is an Achilles, but he's also come back more quickly than we thought he would. But we'll be very patient and make sure that we're not going too quickly with that.
Coach, I want to ask you about Tim Duncan's charity work for his home.
Tim's out here somewhere. He's dying, or he said nobody cares about me anymore. He just wants to get his picture taken. He's always been like that. Always wanted to jump in front of the camera.
Well, tell me about that. When he stepped in front of the camera to do this, what was your thoughts?
I forgot the first part because I was riffing over here.
When he decided to actually step in front of the camera, be very
what did you think about it? I was very, very proud of him because for somebody who really does dislike being the front man or in front of the camera, he took the lead solely for the good of other people and was willing to, quote unquote, sort of eat it and do what he needed to do to help a large group of people. So he did a fine job, and he's still at it.
Coach, Manu coming back for the 16th season, he said that he had a little bit of a talk with his family members and, of course, you as well.
Right.
What convincing did you have to do? Was he really just ready to retire?
I didn't try to convince him at all. I just don't think that's a good idea. I think players have to make their own decisions. I'm sure he knew that I would like to have him back, but convincing, I left that up to he and Monty and the family.
Do you think the league's done enough to come away around y'all's way of thinking as far as less back-to-backs, 4 games in 5 nights, starting a little bit early?
Oh, sure. The league in the last 2 years, they've been remarkable. It's taken a long time, but under Adam Silver's leadership, he has bent over backwards to try to figure this stuff out. You know, whether it's resting players, which we would never have a part in, or you know, listening to the players and the coaches and the GMs about the schedule and what could help the players even be more productive and have longer careers. They've been fantastic. It's been a great dialogue between the NBA and the coaches and general managers and players. So they get nothing but credit for what they've tried to do.
It also sounds like they're committed to emphasizing the defender guarding closing the closeouts for the defender that kind of got Kawhi in trouble last year.
Right. You know, it's always been, you know, if there's something that might be dangerous to a player, the league has always tried to address that, and that can be a dangerous play. Sometimes it happens inadvertently, but, you know, to go under that player who's shooting is not a good idea. And I think it happens a lot of the time just because both bodies are moving toward each other at such speed, and you can't just stop instantaneously. But to have an emphasis on it, I think, helps players understand that, you know, nobody wants to end somebody's career.